The worst pickup line you've ever heard from a guy.
The fake HBCU of Brooklyn. And I'm actually in grad school again. High school didn't set me up for college.
Yeah.
I'm sponsoring all the kids with Jordans. That's it.
Yeah. Life has been life. And life's been kicking my ass. But it's okay because I went to the gym today and that's all that matters. I worked out. Kind of. But,
Me too. I went up the stairs. That's all the exercise I'm doing for today.
That's it. Just for today. Lord knows. Rose.
I don't like to work out.
I don't like to work out. I'm weak. What is the first, like, obviously when you were in college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this is funny because like I don't even know what you're gonna say. But the worst pickup line you've ever heard from a guy.
Can they do my homework?
What?
And I'm like,
Can I do your, imagine a guy coming, can I do your homework?
And I'm like, whoa, I don't even do my own homework. So how you gonna do my homework? Wait, what?
Welcome to Dorm Room.
I ain't paying for that.
101 podcast. I am your girl, Maya Gittins, and we are here today with Rose.
Hey.
And yeah, we're gonna have a conversation like we always do. So give me a background of your college experience.
Well,
Where'd you go? What'd you do?
Well, my dream was to go away. But my parents are very like shelterish.
Yeah.
So I didn't fulfill that dream. So I went to Medgar Evers College.
Oh, okay.
In Brooklyn, the fake HBCU of Brooklyn,
The fake HBCU.
It is. I mean,
my
technically,
gosh. Yeah.
it is.
Because we're St. John's.
Well,
Queens?
the campus is in Queens, but I went to the one in Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
The DOE paid for it,
All
so
right. Okay.
whatever they gonna pay for. But yeah, so for my undergrad, I did Medgar Evers.
Okay.
And then I went to grad school, and I went to St. John's.
Okay.
And
I knew St. John's was in there somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm actually in grad school again
For
my
twice
master's in educational leadership.
Okay. So what was your undergrad like at Medgar Evers?
So here's a funny story. I had to do an extra year and a half.
Okay, that's not bad.
I failed my freshman and sophomore year because I didn't know how college worked.
Okay.
So I feel like because high school didn't set me up for college.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. They say, oh, just go to your classes. I got the money. And I'm like, got a little financial aid. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Most of my friends was like, oh, we're going to stay here and play dominoes. I'm like, so we ain't got to go to class?
Class, thanks.
And they was like, you can go to class later. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So I sat there and played dominoes. And I didn't know that you had to actually go to class and it'll be okay. Like, I'm like, all right, if I do the work, I'll be all right. But
because like attendance, it really depends on like obviously classes. Because sometimes they'll be like, oh, you need attendance, and there's some classes that's like you can come once a month, or not once a month, once like throughout the week, and you're usually good as long as your stuff is like in. You put your stuff in, but
yeah, that didn't work for me. So the only class I actually passed was English. And freshman seminar.
Really?
Yeah, that was
the freshman seminar class. Oh my gosh.
That was it. And, I had to learn the hard way because I almost went on academic probation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, my parents is going to kill me.
Yeah.
So I decided to start going back to classes. And I'm like, okay, now my GPA is going up.
Yeah.
But then when I finally got towards like my junior year, I'm like, dang, I'm behind.
Yeah.
So now I had to catch up and do extra classes. And I was like, instead of me graduating 2013, I ended up graduating the end of 2014.
Okay. And I'm interested because grad school, I was like, I'm never going back to school. So what does grad school look like?
It's the mature version of undergrad.
Okay.
So after you get all your skills with undergrad, of course, you like get all that baby stuff out your way. It's like, okay, now you know what to do. You got to get serious. You got to do what you have to do. And those professors don't play that. Like, you miss class, it's over.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's giving, definitely giving, like, Maya's not going. Because I thought about it. because I was like, oh, I'll go to school, go back, and maybe do marketing or something. But I was like, if I'm already in the field, why not just learn from the field and go back to school?
So the funny thing about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to grad school to do my teaching degree.
Okay.
But I feel like nothing I learned in grad school, I actually implemented in the classroom.
Wow, really?
Because I feel like
don't go to school. No, I'm just kidding.
No, go to school. But it's like you learn from experience.
Yeah.
I feel like they tell you all these great strategies and all these things to do, but it's like when you actually get into the real world, it's like, oh, let me look in the book. You can't look in the book. You have to do that in real time.
Yeah.
So it's like your experience really build off of what you learn in grad school. Grad school is just giving you the degree.
Yeah, it's just like the paper to be like, when you go to your interview, you're like, oh, I actually have the paper to prove it. And that's what tickles my feather, because I feel like they make us go to school, and I like school, actually. Like, I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't go to school. I'm not even gonna lie. But I also feel like with school, it gave me the opportunity to have kind of like a background of like, oh, like I have something that I'm good at. Mm-hmm. But also, my degree sits and collects dust. Nobody, when I go out and go to an interview or something, nobody's like, oh, can you bring your degree? Like, that paper doesn't mean shit.
I mean, it's for clout. This is
college clout.
College is clout. That's something that you got to let everybody know. Like, I did.
Yeah, that is true. I'd be like, oh, you have a degree, and sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, you didn't know. Like, I feel like if you're a nurse, I definitely feel like nurse and doctors, like that is like, okay, you got your degree, but I feel like your master's, like your PhD, obviously matters, because obviously you're gonna need that. But when it comes to communications and business and them degrees, they're going to sit and just...
No, you put on your wall, let everybody see it. Like, I did that. That's what you do.
My mom hasn't even hung mine up, but my brother's is hung up.
Well, that's why you're going to hang it up yourself.
I don't have a house.
It don't matter.
Where am I going to hang it?
Above your bed. What's wrong with you? Hello? What?
I'm going to hang it somewhere. It's on my dresser.
Yeah, you got to let everybody see it. Like, when they walk in, like, when they come in my house, the first thing you see is, this is what I did.
Yeah. I need to hang it up.
Rosalind M. Tomlin. Let them all know.
You just said your whole government.
Oh, yeah, see. That was... Scratch that. Take that out.
Scratch that.
Take that out.
Weak. But how do you like, masters, like going to get your master's and stuff?
Well, I had to get my master's. Yeah. So my undergrad is in English, right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of gave me the basis of what I was going to end up teaching in general. I had to go get my master's in order for me to become a teacher, because the DOE doesn't want you to just have that. You have to get your master's.
What's the DOE?
The Department of Education. Make sure you guys copyright that. I didn't steal that. Like, let you guys know. I ain't got no money for y'all. Yeah.
I ain't got no money for y'all.
I already know that. Just letting y'all know.
Okay. Whew. Sorry, that was funny. But so English was the undergrad.
So it's like your basics. So you have to know a certain subject. Nowadays they want everybody to get their special ed degree because it's like flexible for every subject. But it's like you get your basic foundation of whatever you get in your undergrad. Okay. Some people go to school and do teaching. Like, I originally went to undergrad to do teaching, but I was told no because my grades were bad. So I said, oh, the only thing I'm good at is in English. So I might as well just get an English degree. Yeah. But it played really well out for me because I ended up getting, like, when I graduated from undergrad, I got into a teaching program, which actually paid for me to go. Paid for a portion of my tuition.
Okay.
So then I went to get my master's practically, not practically for free, but for a good
amount,
discount, right? So now that I'm on a new journey, I'm like, teaching is cool, but I'm ready for something else. Of course, you have to get certified again. You gotta get more education. You have to do more. So grad school is like that gimmick of, you gotta pay extra money for this if you want that.
So like when you went to grad, so what did you go to your first time? What did you go for that? Is it just a teaching?
For my undergrad?
No, for the first master's.
First master's was in teaching.
Okay, and then the second master's, which is now, that's in
educational leadership.
And what is that?
I'm about to be somebody's principal.
She gonna come for y'all too. She walking down the hallway. All you hear is the click the shoes.
Nah, I don't wear heels. So.
She's gonna be wearing Jordans.
Sneakers only. Let them know.
As you see, well, I don't know if I can see, but she got on. Yeah, so sneakers all the way. But how is that like feeling though, in a sense of like going back to school first, obviously, doing masters again at that.
I really just wanted to be done with education, like going back to school when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I always thought that I was going to be teaching forever.
Yeah.
I never seen myself outside of that, but then it's like, now that I got the experience within it, it's like, okay, I know I could do something else.
Yeah.
And just go forward with it. So it's like, do I really want to embark on this new journey in my 30s? I mean, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I only got a few months left, but
Period.
It's like, why not?
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of stagnation, so I want to always elevate. So if I finish this second master's now and I'm like, maybe I want to go do something else, and I might go back to school again. So I don't feel like...
You would do that?
I mean, I would if I have the money for it.
Go back to school?
I mean,
1, 2, 3.
I'm
for a fourth time?
I'm a lifelong learner. I like to learn.
Okay. See, I'll give you that. Because me, I would be like, 1, 2, 3, 4? You got me there. 4 times. 2. First of all, going back twice, because I was honestly going to take a year off after my dad passed. I was like, oh, no. I'm sorry. Y'all got me. And in my head, I was like, but if I take I'm not going to lie, the only thing I was worried about was if I would have left, I would have had to do my own financial aid. I wasn't trying to do that. I could still use my dad's financial aid. So I said, you know what? We just gonna stick it out this year. So that is why I stayed. But I was gonna take a semester off, and I was like, then I probably would have graduated this upcoming fall. But I feel like college overall is one of those things where you learn a lot. Not obviously about yourself, but academically. Because I think that's where I figured out what I was good at. In high school, I'm thinking about, like, you're taking classes that are just required to graduate. You're not taking any classes that you find interest in at all.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, now I understand why people go to school and they have, like, a 5th year or 6th year, because of the fact that they're trying to figure out what they like to do. And I was surprised communication was mine, because I can't communicate pretty well, but it's okay.
I think you're talking pretty well right now.
From relationship wise,
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's a different topic.
That's a different podcast. We got you.
Way different. But how do you feel in a sense of, like, when you first got that master's? Like, how was that feeling?
I mean, I felt pretty good. I felt like a sense of establishment, like really owning the thing that I really wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I always wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah.
But being told no in undergrad kind of put me in a damper. I was like, is it gonna happen for me?
Yeah.
But then when I got into grad school and I got my teaching degree, it's like, okay, I could do
it, yeah. So what did classes look like for, like, masters? I'm actually interested, because does it look anything like...
They're smaller.
Oh, really?
So you could probably have about between 15 to 20 people in your class.
Oh.
It's kind of individualized. Like, it depends on what school you go to. Like, I went to a private college, technically, right? And I'm still in a private college now. It's more of like, you take the initiative. You have to do it yourself. It's not like where they're holding your hand and telling you, hey, this paper is due. No, you better look on that syllabus, and it'll tell you when your stuff is due. And if you don't follow that syllabus, it's over. Like I said, undergrad, I feel like they hold your hand a little bit, because they're like, okay, I know you just came out of high school. Yeah. Let me help you. But
they were sending, like, those reminder emails. And
in grad school, absolutely not. You ain't getting no reminder. Your reminder is look at your syllabus.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Like, well, I guess not, because it's like now I feel like master's is like, now you're an adult. Like, you're an adult. So now it's like, now I'm just gonna be like, here, do it yourself, figure it out. But what would you suggest for people, like, in a sense of, like, going to master's? Like, what should you generally... Is there a certain major that you should go for your master's for, besides, like, teaching and nursing? that you would see people go for?
A lot of the degrees now, like the booming, I guess, career right now is in technology.
Yeah.
So anything computer science, anything engineering, anything of those sorts, you always have a job.
That is true. Damn. Well, I didn't do that, so it's fine.
You'll be fine. They always gonna need somebody to talk. They always gonna need somebody to take pictures, do the media. They need somebody.
Yeah, that is true.
So
look, AI's been.
Oh, AI is my best friend. I like AI.
AI's been going crazy.
AI.
I'd be like,
ChatGPT.
Write me a letter telling somebody that I don't want a job. Like, I will go on ChatGPT, professionally tell somebody that we can't do X, Y, and Z, and it will write the whole script, and I'm like, thank you.
It helped me with my homework. Probably the same role. Y'all didn't hear that. But it helps.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I told my kids, I said, if you don't know how to do something, go in there and help you. I said, don't, but I'm gonna use the turn in tool to make sure that you use it, but
they use that, like turn in can help with or detect chat.
Oh yeah, they updated their stuff now, girl. I've been catching my kids. Ooh. They can't give me no chat GBT, none of that, no AI.
What? Ooh, good thing I'm on account like this. What? I would have been ChatGPT this entire essay.
I wish they had ChatGPT since I was in undergrad. I would have had a 4.0. Actually, I would have had a 100.0. How about that?
100.0. Oh my God.
Forget the 4. I would have had 100.
I would have been like clean. Be like, how did you know? Listen, I just know. I would BS the entire 4 years of my college experience. So, obviously, with you doing grad school right now, is there anything that you, class-wise, would you kind of like not take if you didn't have to? That you're like, oh my God, this class is not necessary?
Well, in my current school right now, like the worst class for me was finance. I'm like, I don't know anything about that. Don't talk to me about anything. If you give me a school budget, I'm spending it all on whatever I want to. I'm not gonna spend. Come on, all the kids. I'm sponsoring all the kids with Jordans. That's it. Nothing else. No, I'm joking.
I feel like you were for real. Because usually there was no hesitation. It was like, no, Jordan sponsored. And I'm like, I could see you doing that.
Yeah, I mean, low key, but not really. High key. Yeah, okay, high key. But like, I'm like, this finance class, I was like, that was the worst class. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like they was like cursing at me because it's like, I don't really know how to even maintain my own finances. Yeah. Like, I wish I would have learned that when I was in undergrad. Maybe I would have been better with like managing money now.
So what would you say, like, when it comes to being in grad school, like, what's the most difficult, like, the most challenging thing about being in grad school?
I think that discipline, like making sure you and also that work life
really
balance.
Oh yeah,
because it's like you have work, you got life, and you got school. So now you have to find a balance between all three.
Ooh, dang, that's good. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Because what do you do now? Like, what's your full-time job?
Teaching.
Damn, on top of being
teaching sometimes. So my day could be I do 2 teaching jobs. So I have a daytime and then I do a night job too. So it's like school in reverse. So if I go from 8 to 3, this other school start 4 to 8. So yeah. And so I could be doing like a 12-hour shift in a day.
What? First of all, I thought school, y'all said we were supposed to be from 8 to 4 or like 8. What school started for me at what, 8? Well, yeah, 8 to 2. Y'all got these teachers out here. No, don't do that.
But that's by choice. Like me,
okay, I take it back. Sorry.
I only do it twice a week, but it's like I do it by choice because it's like just for me to just get more experience. Yeah.
So like, if you could teach, since you are teaching, but what if you could teach another besides English? What class would you teach? She's like, English.
Yeah, I'm not really good at any other subject.
Don't say that.
I mean,
not even social studies, history.
I only know one president. I'm not good at history. It's not funny. It's not. I'm really not good at history. Don't ask me about math, science. Only if I have to do dissection every day. That's the only thing I will like.
So like that, like a frog or
just
something?
cutting things up. Yeah, I like that stuff. Art. I mean, I could draw a little bit, but I think English is the only thing, because PE definitely not. I don't like to.
Yeah, she already said she walked up the stairs and that was it.
Yeah, I'm not exercising. I'm not doing that.
She said, "I know one president."
I know one. George Washington. That's it.
Barack Obama.
Was he really the president? Let's think about it. TikTok said otherwise. Watch TikTok, guys.
TikTok? Well, anyways, so I'm trying so hard not to freaking laugh. But okay. When it Okay. So now obviously you're in school for not teaching, but more so being a principal.
I mean, still kind of the educator sector. Yeah. So it's still the same thing, yeah.
So obviously you want to be a principal, right? Like that's kind of like
that's
the
gonna be
goal.
My maybe between 5 to 7 year goal. Right now, I just want to. Once I get out of school, I just want to be an AP. I don't want to.
Oh, and which is an assistant principal.
Assistant principal, yeah. Okay. I don't want to. I'm not that. I mean, I'm ambitious, but that's like overreach. I'm like, how you gonna go from being a teacher to a principal like overnight? Like, no, I don't want to do that.
Teacher, assistant principal, principal. Mm-hmm. That is the.
And then get my own school.
Ooh, tell me about that.
So
manifest it.
I am manifesting it. I really want that. Like, I really think Brooklyn needs a school where they are dedicated to the kids that we serve, like the Black and brown kids. We don't really have something of our own.
That is true.
So it's like, make my own school, make my own rules, and do my own thing.
Wow.
But I wanted to make it formulate as if it's like a junior college kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they could have that idea of Greek life. They could have that idea of what what college really actually look like. Because I feel like a lot of high schools nowadays, they don't set them up for that.
They don't. Because even for me, like, that's actually a amazing idea, because even looking back at high school, obviously being in the South, in a sense, they kind of set you up a little bit. But I feel like going into college, it was just two sides of a coin. It was like you go from getting up same time every day to you kind of having to pick your own schedule, figuring out like your routine, driving or walking to campus, how like you had to figure out so much. And even in high school, it was kind of like I knew where my classes were. Like I was there for 4 years. Now I'm going here, and it's like my classes are either west side, east side, and then I'm like, okay, well, I need to time this walk because I can't be late. I gotta get the bus, and that was a lot. That was like hard, and I feel like that would be such a great idea to have the ability to kind of like not manifest, but to generate a high school to where like, hey, like when these kids walk into college, they have more confidence going in than to be like, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I'm here.
Exactly.
Like, that's actually, listen, don't take it, but we're doing it, period, manifested. But other than that, what do you look at when it comes to, like, being an assistant principal? Like, what would you want to kind of give to a school or offer to a school being an assistant principal?
I feel like a lot of teacher support. A lot of these teachers, and I'm even speaking for myself, like feel like, it's not that much of a homey space. It's like you could have somebody to talk to, but it's not really, can you really talk to them? Yeah. Can you really trust them? Are they really trying to get rid of you? Are they not trying to get rid of you?
Yeah.
So I want it to be more so like a trusting kind of commitment there. And I know that the reason, and it's another reason why I went to school, is just because it's a lot of things that's going on, like for me being in a classroom, and I see like education wise, it's like not going that great. Yeah. And I know you can only make changes from the top down. Yeah. So I have to get
to the top.
Into the top to make the bottom get better.
Yeah, that is true. Wow. Okay, period. Listen, this is gonna be good. But when it comes to grad school, is there anything that you would want to do over with when it comes to like grad school that you wish you could do again, even from like the first time you even applied?
Honestly, no. Okay. I think my path was the right path for me.
Period.
Even though I feel like I had to make my mistakes in undergrad in order for me to get to where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't even be as disciplined as I am now, especially with education. I don't even think I would have went as far as I am right now if I didn't get through what I went through before.
Wow. So what was that like the application process for people that are thinking about that grad school?
Grad school is way easier than undergrad. Like to apply for grad school is like, this is what I want to do, and they give you that set. They give you all your classes right away. They tell you this is what your classes look like. You pick and choose how you want your schedule to look like.
So they tell you the classes that you basically need to take?
Pretty much. They give you the full
undergrad.
format.
What are y'all doing?
Because you have a set. Once you get to grad school, it's a set major. Like this is what you're doing.
Oh, that is true. It is set. Okay, I take that back again. Sorry. But no, like, what would be like something that you would give to? Because I know actually a couple people who are actually in the process or thinking about going to grad school, me being one of them, but no, I'm not going. But like, what three advice would you give to those people who are either in grad school or like looking to go?
I feel like grad school gets you places faster than undergrad.
Yeah.
You make yourself more marketable once you go to grad school.
Yeah.
People will more so gravitate to you and want you rather than they're like, okay, you have a bachelor's, but here's somebody else who has a master's.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. What's another one?
I feel like, I'm gonna just say it again, like experience. I feel like I feel like you don't learn who you are until after you go through that process.
Okay.
Like I feel like now in school for the third time, it's like, oh, now I'm really becoming a full-fledged, like I was already a woman, but like a full-fledged, I'm leveling up. I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah. Instead of someone telling me how to do
it. That's good. Oh my God, maybe I should get my master's.
Go to grad school.
If you want to. Because I don't want to. But
I think you'll be good at it.
Really? You think so? Mm-hmm. Girl,
you're self-disciplined.
I barely liked my undergrad. I was like...
And once you get to grad school, you don't really... It depends on what classes. You don't have to do math. Like, I feel like undergrad is like high school all over again. You have to take all of these things that you have to lead up to what you have to take. Yeah. But grad school is like, okay, these are only the classes I have to take because this is all from this one major.
Because even when I was in... I think by the end of my sophomore year, I was taking classes in my major. But my freshman year, I was taking all of like
high school all over again.
Yeah, your gen ed classes, and you're like, I already took math, I already took history, like I already took these classes, biology 101 that you have to take, where it's at least 300-400 kids in that class. So that is very true. Well, guys,
that's why I feel like that's why I failed my classes. It's all right though. I made up for it. It's fine.
And she did. She did make up for it. Period. That's fine. And this is Dorm Room 101 podcast. I am once again your girl, Maya Gittins. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, put that notification bell on as well. Ding. And ding. Fuck. And I will see you guys in another episode. Bye.
Deuces.
Put that notification.